YouTube friends, it's Elizabeth J with an S, and I am going to be doing my February setup for my bullet journal for this month. Today is the 1st of February, and so I've been working on my spreads, and I want to just do a little recap of my setups. So this is an Archer and Olive B5 bullet journal. The paper is 160 GSM, which I love, and the dot grid is the 5mm dot grid. So let's get into it. Now I had done my setup in my previous two videos, but I just want to go through a couple of things as far as how it is working. So this is my year in pictures. I've got my January pictures in there. I just basically print them out on my colored printer on regular paper, and then I cut them and use double-sided tape to put them in. My savings tracker is going well. I figured everything out for this month, and I did manage to save some money, so that's really awesome. I weighed myself this morning, and it turns out I did not lose any weight, but neither did I gain any weight. So I guess that's good. Perhaps at the beginning of March, when I do my measurements, I'll see some change. I'm hopeful. I feel like I've gotten smaller in that sense. So we'll just see how it goes. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not like ecstatic, I would say, about this. But all right, it's just been a month. And also it's been raining a lot, so I have not been able to do as much walking as I would have liked. So I think that's part of the issue, situation, however you want to look at it. All right, here are my monthly themes. I've picked owls for February, and you'll see how that plays out. And for my hand lettering, I started out with Doctor Who quotes, and then I did the theme of change. And if you want to see my hand lettering, you can go to my Instagram page. I'll put my handle on, post a thing of my handle or whatever it's called. I'll insert a picture of my handle, which is the same as my YouTube channel, Elizabeth J with an S, and you can check that out on Instagram. I probably am going to be doing Old Testament Bible verses for the first half of February, so let me just mark that in. I'm excited to actually use this yellow Inkjoy gel pen. I've not been able to use it very much because it's so light, but on this nice stark white paper, it shows up just fine. For my reading list, I managed to finish 2 books in January. I got through the first book of the Chronicles of St. Mary's, just one damn thing after another. And I finished Ready Gore, which is in the Franny Fisher murder mystery series, and I've actually started Urn Burial, but okay, hopefully I'll be able to finish it before the end of this month. I was able to watch Frozen 2, which ended interestingly. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who's not seen it. I think, okay, for a child's animation, it was fine. On an adult level, dealing with issues of mental health, I think, it could be a jumping off point, maybe in some sort of conversations, but it was okay. Interesting and okay. I have managed to get through all of Bone Season 6, Father Brown Season 8, which is the current season, and I got almost halfway through Firefly, which I'm so disappointed there's only 1 season. I know there's like a follow-up movie, but yeah, anyway. So, and I've started Season 7 of Bones, so there's that. My YouTube brainstorming, I've done quite a bit actually. We're doing this right now, so let me check that off. And yeah, moving on from that. I've not done any writing. I'm still in the middle of research, so I'm still on that. This is my weather key, that's as is, and I have added, I'm so glad I left a few extra pages. For more spreads, I've added a summer 2020 purchases. So as I've said before in my videos, I do not live in the United States. I work in East Africa, and so when I travel back for the summer, I tend to have some bigger purchases that I like to make. So I'll be making the list with the money so I know how to budget myself well. Probably going to get a new MacBook, a new iPhone, and I'm thinking about maybe getting the new iPad instead of a MacBook. I'm thinking about creating some teaching videos that can be used like to introduce lessons for different science topics. And so I'm just starting to investigate that. I'm not really sure how I would go about doing that, but I am interested in expanding my YouTube channel in that way. So just something I'm toying with. Anyway, new Mac, Apple purchases are the big ones. And then, of course, a lot of like planner supply stuff that I won't be able to have shipped to me just because they're not Amazon products, like some Erin Condren stuff, some Oh Hello stationery things, citrus book bindery things, Archer and Olive things, that sort of stuff, which is not available on Amazon. So I'll be working on that. So my January spread, this is kind of how it looked. My habit tracker worked really well. Sleep tracker, excellent. This was my migraine tracker for the month. And I really was quite fastidious about making sure I updated it every single day. My task lists were, worked out really well. I really like this Alistair method. I feel like the events my events calendar weeklies could probably use some work. For now, I'm just going to keep it as is. And yeah, so that was my January, how it all worked out. I was able to add this doodle of Treebeard for my Lord of the Rings theme for January, and so that was pretty exciting. Basically what I did was I found an image which I printed out so it would fit the size that I needed. I did a little bit of tracing, and you have to do it with like a backlight because this paper is so thick, just so I got the outline, and then I was able to fill everything in just looking at the picture. I mean, I'm not like the best artist. I have never claimed that. I don't think I am, but I really want to be able to do more. So that's why I am doing this in my bullet journal. So February, the theme is owls, so I will just take you through the setup so you can see my doodles. And I did start putting some things in, but I have a whole lot more that I need to do now. So I will do that with you in just a moment. And that is my final owl doodle, and that takes us to the end of February. So let me flip back, and I am going to start filling in my February month. Obviously, I don't have everything right now, but let me put in what I have, and then as we get into the month, obviously I'll be adding more and more things. So far, this system is working excellently for me, so I'm really pleased. that is everything set up so far. I'm trying to get into a rhythm for when I shoot videos, when I edit videos, when I post videos. I prefer to post my videos on Wednesday because there are some Facebook groups that I belong to that actually allow for videos and like promotion of your product on Wednesdays. So there's that. And then there is one more thing that I did want to talk about, and that is the fine liner pens that I'm using. I was waiting for these to come before January, so they finally have come, and these are the Micron Pigma Archival Ink fine liners, and that is what I used to set up my entire February. So basically the all the line portions and the drawings were done with the 05 nib. That is the widest one that I have. The writing of very small items were done with the 0.1 nib, which is the smallest one that I have. And then this other writing where I'm writing fairly mid-size writing, I guess, like this sort of thing. And like the word tasks and that, I used the 03 nib. So let me just show you on the pen test page how that looks. And there it is, Micron 010305. You can see the thicknesses, and there's nothing happening. I really love these pens. If you watched my January setup, I think it was, you will see these fairly ridiculous, not see, but I will share a fairly ridiculous story with you about the other fine liners that I had to use at the time because I did not have the Microns. And basically I got them, I started using them. The nibs were completely dried out. They ran out of ink. I tried to get the ink to flow and I managed to like get the ink everywhere. So yeah, that was not ideal. So these have been working marvelously for me. I can't recommend them highly enough, the Micron pen. So I just purchased like a pack of 6 of each nib, although these are the first ones and they're going strong. So I probably only needed like 1 of each to last me for a while, but that is what it is. And so now that is my setup for February, and I'm ready to go, today being February 1st. So please do like, subscribe, leave me a comment below, and hope to see you around again next time for some more bullet journal and planner videos.